Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Jane. I have been got it to bring some messages today. So I'm just going to start. This is one of my decks here. So I'm just going to start. I just started shuffling. I did a meditation walk, and while I was meditating, I had some visions. I had a vision of dragons, as more than one, and unicorns. Oh, and a buck. I saw a buck. So um we're going to see what the energy they were showing me these decks too, so I brought them out. So the first card that popped out here is rejoice in yourself. Let's see here. We're just going to viewed it all wrong. Get the popcorn. Something's happening. Something is going on. Something's coming to you that you didn't know before. At this time, I think that you are spending time. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy, you don't even know. um I think you're going to be finding a different perspective to look at something, and that's why they're like, get the popcorn. You need to sit down and just observe. So it could be, that old saying, give them enough rope and they'll hang themselves kind of situation. So that's what could be going on here. But you're definitely going to be I don't know if you're going to be happy about this. Like, I don't think you mean anything well, or not well. I don't think you mean anything like negative about this. Like, I think it's just that it's something that you viewed in the moment of whatever was going on. You viewed it differently. Okay. Let's see here. Is there another card here, Spirit? Let's get the popcorn. What's this about? Oh, the Jekyll and Hyde. But that was in reverse. So I think that, because I think this is something you've gotten yourself away from. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So you're watching this from a distance, whatever it is that you're going to see. Whoa, what is this? Oh, so you are wanting justice here. Because it was making no sense. Oh, I see. Okay, so is this 2 cards? It is. Oh, look at that. You do have some anger that you're working through. That's okay. We all have times when people have created a lot of upset, and it doesn't excuse what they did, and it doesn't mean that you don't need to have anger about it. But this has been flipped. This, whatever has happened here, you were viewing something all wrong, but it has to do with this Jekyll and Hyde situation. But I believe that you're separated from that now. This is you in your higher self. This was you in your lower energies. But the problem is, because it was making no sense, nothing made sense to you. Whatever this Jekyll and Hyde energy did, it was making no sense to you. It was making you angry because you couldn't see what was going on. Look at that. This card flipped out when I picked up the deck, and on the bottom is cheating spirit. 3 is a crowd, and you got a cheating spirit. And it's funny too, because on the bottom of this deck, when I pulled it out, it was enlightenment on the bottom. Look from the highest perspective, see the divine in everyone. And I think that's where you are now. But at the time, and see, when you're dealing with these kind of energies, they make you believe things that are not correct, but you get confused and things start not making any sense, right? Okay, and then on the bottom of this dragon deck, it was Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. This is where you can help, raising your own vibration when you're coming from like this type of energy, that's a real feat. You know what I mean? So I think that's what this energy, 3 was a crowd. Now, doesn't always mean like a cheating type thing, like as in like, yeah, I think you used to have a soft spot for this person, but it was in the reverse. So I think whoever this person was, you don't have a soft spot for them anymore. So that's why you're able to see things in a different way. And like when this came up about the cheating spirit and three's a crowd, that tells me that there was more than one person involved. Look, and bully is right underneath. Look, and then time to go just flew out. So you knew it was time to get out of the situation. But the three is a crowd. This tells me it doesn't actually mean like it could be an adulterous type thing. This could be that it was more than one person that has done this. And when people do terrible things to another, what they tend to do is they tend to they join their forces together because it's almost like they have to prop each other up to so that they don't have to feel the shame or the guilt of what they've done because they have somebody that has helped assist them, so that person validates what they've done. And then so they this triangle that they create, they validate each other for what they've done, and they try to make it seem like, well, this person deserved it, this person is this person is that, and that kind of energy. And then the cheating spirit, again, that doesn't have to be like an adulterous type thing. This could be just like, like a family member that's betrayed you. It could be like a romantic relationship, absolutely. But also it could be like a narcissistic child or a boyfriend or friend, or it could be, it could be anything. Like these cheating spirits, they're hiding everywhere. And they actually take over people at times, and people are not aware of it, because if you're not in this like that's why there's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because Dr. Jekyll, he was like supposed to be like like a healer basically, you know what I mean? But then, you have like the polar opposite of Mr. Hyde, where, he's just the ordinary guy, and you know, but anyone can be taken over. Okay. So let's move on. You've come out of all of this. Spirit wants me to pull out a card here for you out of here. And they told me to look on the bottom. I never seen this card before. What is the number? 36. Could be 36. This could have been 36 when it happened. You could be 43. Could have been 43 when it happened. Okay, let's see here, Spirit. They're asking me to cut the deck here, so I'm going to cut this. There's some message that's in this that your guide wants you to know. You've come a long way, though. Leaving this kind of energy and moving more into this. This one or this one. This one. $36, Spirit, that's the card you want? They asked me to move this card. They said, lift this card. And I'm like, so is this one you want? And they're like, no, the one underneath. 36. That was the one that was on the bottom. I did notice that that's stuck, and that's why I was kind of hesitant, because I was like, oh, did you want this one or that one? They're just like, no, move this one. So number 36. That is cool the way they do that. Okay. So let's see here. What's going on? It's number 36. Okay, so they want me to pull out. Let me move these decks out of the way. So they want me to pull out this one here. Okay, get me to split this. Wreath, sorrow over loss. Yeah, that's all the stages of of healing, right? Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Exactly. So, you were, you're coming out of like the sorrow over the loss. Good fortune, beetle. And then you're successfully, because, when you realize that you're viewing things the wrong way, you're able to then overcome something. Yeah, the most difficult part of the situation is definitely over here, because, it's like, get the popcorn, parrot. Someone is oh my goodness, someone will gossip about you and all your secrets. That's this kind of energy here. This is the energy that you cannot trust. This is the energy that you've clearly have moved away from here. Wanting justice, peace, and harmony. That's exactly it. You wanted look at the bull too. You got the bull, and it comes right out under anger. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. You might have used your anger to help you get through this. Yeah. Shark, take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. And it's funny because beetle is sitting, the good fortune is here. So take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. All right, Spirit, we're not going to take that one here. I don't know what that's about. We're going to shuffle this here a little bit. See how they had all those cards lined up? I did shuffle this a few days ago and just set it aside, and I haven't touched it. So there we go. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. I think this is where you've moved past. You've moved past a lot of this. Yeah. January was on the bottom, but it was upside down. So this is something that could have happened, like a year ago kind of thing. It could have been like, many seasons past. Okay. I'm just going to leave that. Is there anything else here that you want? No. All right. Okay. They want me to bring up the unicorn deck here. I noticed that there's a lot of colors here. What is falling out of my deck? It's like there's dirt or something that got on my deck. So with all these colors, it kind of gives me the impression that you're seeing things like with such vibrancy now, like all the, like, because you viewed things so much different, it's almost like a veil has been like lifted from your eyes about this individual, and create your own vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward, and another rainbow and a bridge. Wow. That's amazing. And you notice that they had like 3 was a crowd, and then there's number 3 here. Yeah, when I had that vision of the unicorn, and it was white too. Well, it's more than one unicorn, but they're always white when I have visions of them. Okay, what else here? New opportunities, another rainbow. And they're making a rainbow bridge here. Declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. Cosmic rainbow. Look for the pot of gold. Accept the joy. Okay. I'm going to do a controlled thing here. Okay, Spirit. Whoa. My goodness, what is going on? Okay. Okay, they just want to keep popping it, so I'm just going to accept it. Access your gifts, explore your treasure chest, accept who you truly are. And you'll notice that, this one's like silver or white, and this one is like dark. They're accepting, both aspects of yourself. And you notice how they're like, this is like your darker side, and then this is like your lighter side. It's like they're showing you like how far you've come. I think you thought that this justice was going to bring you some kind of peace and harmony, but I think you've moved past it, and you're just like, it doesn't matter. Like that, whatever, happened, and it doesn't even really matter anymore. Like I think that's the enlightenment that you've come to encompass as your way of thinking now. And it's just time to use all of these gifts that you have been given. Like, we've all been given gifts. You just need to find out what yours are. Look, another one, cosmic sapphire. Act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. Yeah, and you have the parrot too, and the parrot's all about speaking. Yeah. Okay. When you speak your truth, no matter how much somebody creates lies around you, it's never going to change the truth. Even though it might have been a crowd that has done it, maybe they have teamed up and all that, but you standing and speaking your truth against them was a very courageous thing to do, and a very lonely thing to do. Because, I believe that you felt like you were completely isolated, and, you were just like left in the wind, and even this carriage doesn't even have anything, like there's not a horse or anything that's attached to it. It's just abandoned in the woods. Open to the knowledge of the new golden age. Yeah, I think you've come to realize like there's a whole way of thinking now. Air and water helps you connect to higher frequencies. Exactly. That's what you've done here. You've increased your frequency to just let go of the sorrow and over the loss, like just to go through all that healing that you needed to heal from. Okay, let's see here. Spirit, what do you want them to know here from the dragons? What do the dragons want to tell us here? Just one, Spirit. Alpha dragon. You know, they're bringing out a lot of dark here. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Yeah, that's where the anger is what really helped push you through this. I was right in the beginning, because you have the dragon comes right out under the bull in the anger. And you don't mess with the bull. Like, you know what I mean? Take the bull by the horns. You better watch out. So the water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. Just like the wind, like, the wind, though it can move these chimes, the leaves can go around, below, above, through. You know what I mean? So Christ's light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities and go with the flow. I believe that's what you have been doing here, because It's like harness the divine masculine power of creation and destroy the old, visualize your dream, and help to manifest a new world. When you're going into these new energies, it really is going to help, stabilize a new world. It really is. Enable your life to flow with loving force, prepare for change, and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. And you also have the carriage here too, which carriages represent like movement. And even though I think this one, when you were in this, like nothing was making sense in your life kind of situation, you were kind of stuck, right? But then, you brought in this anger and this masculine type energy to like push you through. Yeah. And even like prepare for the change and to move forward quickly. So, this, when we all do this, like when we all are coming from this and getting into this, like, oh, I viewed things all wrong. I now understand, right? Like, I'm just going to get the popcorn. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to like just view this from a whole different perspective. Yeah, and I just split it here. It's like Earth and Air Dragon represents a perfect balance of heaven and earth. Stay balanced, ground your vision, manifest your hopes and dreams. And that's exactly what this one is about, manifesting your hopes and dreams. They split it one more time for another message here. Oh my goodness, this is all about love too. Kuan Yin's pink dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance again. See all your cords dissolve by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Exactly, Spirit. Blue dragons on the bottom. Keep you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. Yeah. And you'll see how like they're showing you like this golden path to go on. Like, you once you get over this bridge, once you get over that bridge about seeing things in the wrong way and overcoming that problem, whatever that problem was. I mean, it could be a multitude of things. Okay. What else, Spirit? That's it. Okay, this one. All right. So number 36. Let's see what this. I've never seen this card before, and I have never read that card before today. Okay, 36. Let's see here. Let it live. After one has an initial, oh my goodness, here we go again. Okay, Mercury's in retro, so forgive the babbling. Okay, so after one has an intuition, a choice needs to be made to act upon it. This is when a clash between soul and ego can be experienced. The soul wishes to move forward, but the ego can create traps that undermine progress. That's the get the popcorn, because getting the popcorn is like, oh, you want to watch the show now. You want to watch this person, like that. And I was saying that saying, what was that saying again about the rope and, give them enough of it and they'll hang themselves kind of thing. So that's where this, like, get the popcorn is that kind of, where you can like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, you're doing well, but then, you have those moments, right? But we all do. So you're not alone with that. Um, the soul wishes to move forward, but the ego can create traps that undermine progress. One trap may be excessive fear based on feeling inadequate to the task, or an inflated and erroneous view that if something is destined, oh my goodness, holy shit. Hold on. One trap may be excessive fear based on the feeling inadequate to the task, or an inflated and erroneous view that if something is destined, then no work is required on our part, and it should effortlessly manifest out of thin air. It is good to have faith in the power of the universe as our co-creative ally, but it does not work. Oh, sorry. But it does not do our work for us. Humans need to hold up their side of things. In forgetting this, the prospect of the hard work required to grow can be misinterpreted as a sign that something is not right, and one should therefore give up. You are meant to bring something to life. Do your work, but also allow the universe to play a part in your manifestation. Seek a moderate approach for your success. Do not talk yourself out of your destiny. All right, Spirit, that was amazing. And I noticed that that other card came up too, and it was about your path. And I wonder if I can pull that back out again. Sometimes I can direct my energy and let me see here. Whoa. Oh, that was it right there that slid out, and I pushed it back in. Dang. Oh, I pushed it back in. Sorry, Spirit. Oh, I want it upside down. It slid out and I pushed it back in. I was too fast to push it in. Okay, let me see if I can redirect the energy again. It's the one that showed like all the chakras lined up. Okay, holy crap, I'm having a hard time with this deck. Okay, one more, Spirit. Oh my God, I split it on the same one. That's awesome. I love that. Number 37. Oh my God, this one's number 36, right? Number 36. And these are the steps that they're talking about. This is the card. I don't know if you remember. Oh my God. I love this. Spirit. Okay. So number 37. The unexpected path. Okay. The universe has a knowing that we as humans cannot possibly comprehend. At times, our path will move in unexpected directions as the greater guiding intelligence of the universe unfolds, carrying all beings, including us, along for the ride. Although the unexpected twists in life may evoke curiosity, they might also evoke anxiety. When life isn't going in the direction you want, take a moment to consider that the universe loves you and is nurturing your spiritual fulfillment. You don't have to fight against life to have peace and happiness. And then they had me put that right on peace and harmony. Wow, Spirit. Let go of what you think you need and open up to the blessing being sent to you now. There is something better on the horizon. Just like I was saying, there was a card here that came up that it's going to be coming in fast. Whatever's coming, it's going to be coming in fast. And there's something new. There's something new on this horizon here. And, with all these rainbows too coming out. Wow, Spirit. That's amazing. Okay, I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope this finds you well. And I'm going to bid you a good day, and I'm sending all my love and light. And I guess that's it. So bye.